the might of the running to right now that Billy might have also maybe or had some of the next along the same path. So Billy might have known that they thought that he had lost due to an accident. But I can also think that it might have been made into matter of had that going to have a mention that Billy might have realized that what might have been the activity of the case might have been that the culprit might have been a suit might have been that the case that because of the event. So definitely at present that Billy might be seeing that there might be a lot of that similarity to that the behavior and then some of that beliefs that not and feels might be the practice of the behavior also like about the environment for that yeah at present like we might be seeing just that other in few might be also the practice of the basis that we might be during some control right now. Also that the very much super important right now that like imagine might have not thought had any intention to that create any sort of villain might have been like practice of the game that we might have been very important right now. So that it might have been a scenario where like at some point that there might have been a huge betrayal and that might have resulted in like the compound being getting into that extreme wrong and might have been what and that might be how that was a villain might have created a certain element of engineering. So in the case of Kineko that number might have been most likely one of like the main projects of Magic, piece of project of Magic which might have been to sell compound being to the common man, like a unique kind of compound version of that compound brain that only can superpower only for so very few minutes alone. Such a one unique version of compound brain to create the unique version of compound brain that experimentation might be conducted on individuals that chemical on that treatment that location. Might see that activity might be the range. So like that according to my particular that the so the last scenario might be like an extremely unexpected scenario or even mad that might be like that to the activate the enable the rabbit and so the extra maximum even though this like laser powers to like see the struggle to defeat like the villain reflects the scenario and the bring like the villain like powers to like we have a lot of like great extent have the resistance to that homeland of like laser powers that so so like that way I'm notifying homeland struggling to a great extent because the feeling defeatedness of people respecting the scenario that I'm also. So it's saying like the taking into mind the theory impression as on like top wall the bones might be absolutely lying and the car might be still alive and that the crimes against the car might have they happen and the car that person according to my theory impression might be alive and might be hiding and that after this guy in the academy different conflict may feel like that activity of the place that we may put and while the car left at the bot left, the car might have been absolutely without the spirit or the car might have came through but that what might be such an absolute determined decision to definitely get revenge against that magnet and at the bot and to bring down last the bot like 7 might have been like this but leave the and Madeline and like the car might have confidence that to like stay and far away from the league solely for like the protection of left to this on like about 10 to 7 steps might be reduced the Cleveland brain for that the guy while leading that the water might have managed to like see the way a single compound being might have been a case that is accident and from that point on throughout that bit of journey that without that or like that might have basically made the mistake of like trusting someone who might have to be the friend but like that individual might have betrayed the guy, and that way like the guy might have ended up losing that purchase single compound which might have been like the case that we were discussing. So definitely that single compound which might have eventually ended up in like the plain wrong and that might have been what might have found into like the configuration of like the super villain. So like that, according to my particular emergence, right now, the thing for to be badly alone that might be either Bella or like she's suspecting that that might be like the culprit behind like the present situation of like the appearance of like the villain. Definitely my particular emergence. Yes, so like I believe my particular emergence right now is the play for like it is that like, plan and strategy to be more likely to get the infiltrate into like what might be like the water capture containing like the entirety of like system and like mostly management as well as like bunch of bottom team members as well. Like while they will be all setting off to like the location to like take on Actually, at that point, I'm definitely first of all, I'm notifying while adding with even talking about that, revealing about like the NFT operation. Like at that point, it's also different for like on that in an constant manner, like wanting to like bring down the NFT himself. So that means of the rebel. So like at that point, I'm like referring for the struggle for like managing to like somehow convince like trick of Landry to like somehow agreeing to like take the entirety of like the seven with like from that on the operating direct bring down and it is that even because that name the spring black man in the bearing like the possibility of black homeland optional and the revival that have the possibility of black homeland maybe even getting defeated by Nepal might be along the lines of like that we are Madeline might be having. So like Madeline somehow getting homeland to agree to carry out like penalty conversion, like the economic that is and the clear right now the different like in like the negative operation like I'm not and actually taking like the entirety of like the current remaining for the member of like the seven stack, taking all of them to like bring down and the case actually is like scenario that I'm not and for the bring that case to be exceptionally powerful like the scenario that I'm going to bring. So definitely I'm looking for that through certain number differently finding out about that when exactly like the team operation is going to like take place and like the bot team along with like the sensors to setting up on the aircraft of the mission like now that number in that way I'm differently and team like really coming up like the plan to like integrate into the spacecraft and they exactly like Kimiko that really and the coping that exactly like Kimiko that with you don't definitely operation that basically the more team would be most likely capturing more villains to turn to that super villain. So like that way to like step in integrate into that spacecraft and like collect like maximum evidence to that atmosphere to be able to like provide to like people. And that way to like attempt to like once again attempt to like bring down one to the element and number different for like giving eventually lab coming up with like the plans like change it's not that a bit so that again that point I'm differing for like Mr. May, feeling that it's too risky of that condition. While frankly I'm totally differing not my connector one you at that point would be totally pleased about that mission because like you would be solely seeing like the that mission as like a chance for like the PUE to like step in without really finding out to like meet up with like Starlight again and talk to like Starlight like change the scenario so it's so like definitely my definitely reimbursement right now as well. Like without a great delay I'm for different like managing to like exactly someone like the ability to like the work for the like eating operations that team based in our that I'm not looking but like at that point I'm not looking for like the team feeling absolutely excited and happy and feeling made up it's like not that I'm looking but as soon as like the next mission would go like I'm looking like Madden would be like sending like the link of just that until like the next super villain missions will be arriving like scenario that I'm looking and that way I'm looking without still I don't like I'm looking like the concept of like super villain I'm looking like the public finding out about like scenario that I'm looking and that way I'm looking while all this like super villain missions will be getting carried out like I'm looking that the deal being some sense landing the super villains along with like the remaining 57 but like I'm looking like the deal getting down like the credit of like this path in following this path in like this battle while like so to be only like the remaining of like the seven with like the good from this image alone that would be given by like the bot team like the Narik plan about like to the public like I'm trying to be appearing as if like the team was not at all then part of like the battle to bring down like the super villains is like the when the Narik plan about the and that way like the team finally getting fed up and feeling that taken advantage of and basically that way that the team himself maybe ending up quitting that is also like a scenario that I'm looking for. Okay, so like definitely my particular impression right now is definitely for it is solely through matter of health alone that I'm going to looking for actually and to eventually succeed in that reviewing chemical as well as like learning as well as finding that the in the scenario that I'm different and during that resolution I'm different for that really most likely you are to be finding out like through the information of that what might be without my creative that out about the my understand project for like Madeline and like the seventh like Madeline planning on like taking the seventh like one to to carry out like an appeal mission which like in so like either Billy or Q do that rescue mission finding out this critical information and that way like I'm probably like the idea of like the appeal mission what aircraft like stealthy infiltration and collecting evidence by being formed. So next that we are going to demand the clear ambition of the different even after like the rescue of the different or like minorities are like helping Billy and Dave out and it like brings that absolute awareness to them as to that how giving the all sorts of steps necessary steps required for trying to like be able to like carry out what might be able to match the ambition that absolute stealthy what aircraft infiltration mission for like collecting evidence in like when like mission like the scenario that is going so definitely I'm expect like Mallory definitely not joining them for that mission like the mission out that I'm going to go to so that definitely my personal reimbursement right now for like Mallory to like contact definitely join Billy and Chewie to like rescue 20 external as well as chemicals like the scenario that in the scenario that is going and at that point I'm not preparing for like the scenario to be for to be most likely by sheer points of that going the situation to be most likely is going through that interrogation and the 20 at that point realizing that and basically why 20 would be suffering so totally bring for like Billy and team lab making that integration and to bring by sheer points of zero like matter exactly being like the ones to like exactly make it towards like friendly that's not that under respect to Mallory herself being like the one to like rescue friendly and like the moment that Mallory was rescuing friendly like under the like even the bad injured and exhausted friendly at that point itself like hugging tearfully hugging Mallory and basically saying that I'm so sorry to like Mallory like the it was not that under oh, it's like definitely my particular emphasis right now. It's definitely for like the next week mission I'm going to for like Billy and team to along with like Melody to like most likely get them capturing like lamp later and basically like Melody getting up to them in like lamp later and point down lamp later and like the lamp later having and it's not extended to the so definitely I'm going once they would be capturing lamp later at that point that on thing like while Mallory would be starting interactions like lamp later like and lamp later realize it like the situation that basically at that point itself one of the different landlord repeatedly saying same thing that like is innocent what happened to that kind of financial that is not acceptable thing. So definitely my theory impression that like lambda might be right and that I'm totally putting it might have not been lambda but it might have been maybe madness that might have been like the culprit behind the loss of like Mallory's parents might be the case but we were the theory so and definitely I'm whispering that Mallory is going to be leading absolutely and praise that basically Mallory not even allowing like a laminator to like explain at all and straight away bring down laminator with like it's not that important. And I'm still thinking to myself the ambition that like behind what might be I'm still thinking to my ambition that that crime might have definitely happened against like and like the culprit might have been most likely laminator but like the that the it might have been according to commanding orders that like laminator might have committed that crime might be that again become might have been the case that might be the reimbursement. Definitely I'm bring that Mallory and that time might have been patiently waiting for like the day to be able to immediately receive running to like Mallory to apologize to like Mallory because like this and that time like Mallory might have wanted to get revenge, capture like Lambda and get revenge against like Lambda but like Mallory might have not been able to do it herself, might have been just Mallory might have actually wanted like the help of like the team to be able to do that, might have been a case that even fair. So Mallory in that time might have been patiently waiting for like the team to like Mallory might have been attacked with the case of the level. So like I thought that Liam helping Mallory helping out the team to like rescue Mr. Milk and Friendly and Kimiko, but only under the condition that is need. The very next thing they would be doing after like that would be definitely helping Mallory, Chandler, Landlord, uh, like the English now that episode. So like definitely my very interesting that I'm filling out this definitely for like eventually close to the entry and like I'm going to bring Minority eventually being able to like confront Landlord or like now that at that point I'm just bring Dewey to be right there with them. And at that point Dewey himself that witnessing Mallory throwing away her ideologies and her beliefs and straight away getting vengeance and bringing down Landlord from that perspective is not that I'm not okay, so that's definitely my very ambition right now. Definitely for like without still at all, like I'm going for like the skill to like catch up to Billy and like Billy without a skill at all, like coming back to like Dewey and really empty at that point, going back to that had already seeking my own kind to that same that friendship that didn't switch scenario that is sitting on. So it's definitely not the very important right now is for like I still definitely not at your help being out to that save friend that wasn't regardless of how much you would think they would have damage. As process is like scenario that I'm looking for the so it's like the movement that I'm looking right now. It's definitely forming into the undergoing for the big compound week itself that I'm going to be doing the different down here, right? So like the now that I'm looking.